Hello, and thank you for watching the newest edition of Nac Edition. I'm Jennifer Magruder. Today, we are going to take you through one of the longest rivals in Texas sports history, as well as giving you an inside look on the local campaigns around campus. I will also shed light on an ongoing tradition that has been a part of SFA for many years. I will also take a closer look on the national debate, as well as giving information on the easy way to get a local job in the future. So don't go anywhere. Nac Edition starts now. How many of you can really say you watched the presidential debate last week? Many people around the nation claim they did, but let's take a look on how most millennials interpreted the debate. Danny Coveto has more on the story.
Last Monday, September 26th, the two presidential candidates had their first presidential debate. While the topics discussed at the first presidential debate on Monday night were incredibly serious, the internet responded with an incredible sense of humor. Even SNL had some fun after the debate that night.
I mean, this man is clearly unfit to be commander-in-chief.
Wrong.
He is a bully.
Shut up.
He started the birther movement.
You did.
He says climate change is a hoax invented by China.
It's pronounced China.
Interestingly enough, SFA students watched the debate but got nothing out of it except funny Twitter posts and funny Snapchat videos. Posts like these were seen all throughout the night and the days that followed. I was able to talk to an SFA student, and she gave me her opinion on the matter.
Honestly, I feel like our generation was not concerned with the political debate at all, except for when it was all posted on social media with like Snapchat and Twitter and all used through filters to make fun of the candidates.
Our generation can really make a big difference this election year. So make a difference and learn about the issues. So make sure you go out and vote this November. For Nac Edition, I'm Danny Coveto.
Every vote counts, so make sure you make your voice heard. And vote this November because you too can make a difference. And Nacogdoches High School students are gearing up to prepare for this election by rocking the vote. September 27th was National Voter Registration Day, and Nacogdoches High School students took their part in this election process. Rock the Vote started back in 1990 and is the largest nonpartisan, nonprofit organization in the United States driving young people to the polls. Celebrities such as Little John, Miley Cyrus, and Kendall Jenner, just to name a few, have all advocated for the cause. Students that were eligible to vote filled out their registration card and expressed their important opinion on voting.
All right. Dad always told me when I was growing up, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And voting's standing for something. So if you stand up for what you believe in, other people will follow. It's just your duty as an American to vote.
To our vehicle registration? Okay. Questions for either of these fine gentlemen?
November 8th is Election Day, so make sure you get out in efforts to make a difference. Do you want to buy good organic foods and products? Then the Farmers Market is the place for you. Dylan Hensley reports on the market downtown Nacogdoches.
The farmers markets have been around as long as farmers themselves, but over the past decade they've skyrocketed in popularity. In the U.S. and Canada, there were 1,755 such markets in 1994 versus 4,385 of them in 2006.
Actually, Buckley started the farmers market. It came as a discussion with a bunch of farmers and a natural food group about 10 years ago. About 2 years ago, we became a 501c3, split off from the city of Nacogdoches, and we are now run by a board of directors.
Some farmers say that their produce is organic, but in order to say that, they must be certified by an organic agency and undergo an inspection. You can always ask to see their organic certification, as most organic farmers are proud to display organic certification.
Not only do we have fresh produce, we have local cheeses, we have several prepared food vendors who do things like tamales, Filipino barbecue. We have 2 wineries, walking sticks, eggs, baked goods, jams, and jellies.
If you spend $100 at a farmer's market, $62 goes back into the local economy, and $99 out of the $100 stays in the state. If you spend $100 at a grocery store, only $25 stays here. As you can see, the Nacogdoches Farmers Market is very successful, and every Saturday, as it continues to bring in more customers, it continues to grow. I'm Dylan Hensley with Nac Edition.
And if you want to purchase any of the market's products, it will be available on 107 West Pearl Street every Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon. And this past weekend marks the 91st annual Battle of the Piney Woods. Tailgating plays a huge part in this SFA tradition. This year's crowd was one for the books. Cheyenne Aldridge has more on how history was made this year at the Battle of Piney Woods and what drives students to keep this tradition.
Outside of NRG Stadium, where thousands of SFA and Sam Houston students gather to celebrate the Battle of the Piney Woods with a little football, grilling, and drinking.
This year marks the 91st anniversary of the Battle of the Piney Woods. This year's attendance was roughly 27,000, which broke the record for the largest attendance in history. Students, alumni, parents, and even grandparents showed up to support their team.
2 years for me also. We come out here. This is the biggest rivalry of the year. And so we come out here and represent SFA, Axum Jacks.
Absolutely. My stepdaughter goes to Sam. I love watching football, drinking cold Bud Light, and go Bearcats.
This is going to be my third year at the Battle of Piney Woods. Really excited to support the Jacks. Axum.
I love SFA, Axum Jacks.
Best part about Battle of the Piney Woods, hands down, is all the alumni coming down, hanging out with all these young guys.
This is Cheyenne Aldridge reporting for Nac Edition.
And Minecraft has been taking the world by storm, and the Junie B. McDonald Public Library hosts an event called Minecraft Mania. Dylan Hensley investigates.
Every second and fourth Saturday of every month, the Junie B. McDonald Public Library in Nacogdoches hosts Minecraft Mania. Minecraft Mania is an event where dozens of children and teenagers with their families flow into the library to play the video game phenomenon that is Minecraft.
The goal of the public library is to strengthen the bonds within the community. We're always trying to strengthen the community, and we're trying to find programs that people in the community like and will come to. And we're always trying to get people into the library. Well, Minecraft has been very popular with the kids. And so we decided to try Minecraft Mania to try to get the kids in here.
Minecraft is a sandbox video game developed and published by Mojang. The creative and building aspects of Minecraft enable players to build constructions out of textured cubes in a 3D generated world. Minecraft Mania allows gamers to build, explore, collaborate, and compete against each other. The library also believes that they'll reach new patrons through Minecraft gaming events. Gamers interact with each other and collaborate shoulder to shoulder instead of playing an unknown opponent in the virtual space. Exploring, gathering resources, crafting, and combat are only a few of the many activities you can do in the world of Minecraft.
We do 2 sessions. We do a session for the younger kids, and then we do a session for teens and tweens. That way they're kind of on the same level when they play each other. And the way we do it, we make them stay on creative mode, which is they can't kill each other because we want to make it a non-violent experience for them. But they can go around and meet each other on the world and look at each other's houses and help each other out.
Minecraft has been both a critical and a financial success. On average of about 998,000 gamers play Minecraft online, while peaking at 1.5 million. The game has also become a viral sensation with big YouTubers playing the game on YouTube, receiving millions of views, and even going so far as to make parodies and music videos.
So we do hold Minecraft camps in the summertime where kids come and we teach them how to do mods on Minecraft, which they can modify the program and modify their worlds that way. And so it's for kids who want a more intense experience, really. I mean, they're using computer coding in a way. They're
they're engineering, and they're just using technology in a way that's going to help them in the future.
The Judy B. McDonald Public Library not only offers kids to play Minecraft, but it also has a kids cooking contest, a Lego club, and other activities. The Nacogdoches Public Library proves that anyone is welcome to enjoy anything. I'm Dylan Hensley with Nac Edition.
If you or someone you know is interested in Minecraft, then visit the library from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. When we come back, we'll have more on events happening around campus. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Nac Edition. You may have seen several students around campus with a Think Pink breast cancer awareness ribbon pinned to them. Zeta Tau Alpha hands out these ribbons to raise breast cancer awareness and to help raise money for the philanthropy. Here's Cheyenne Aldridge with more on the SFA Zetas and their fights for a cure.
The SFA Zeta Tau Alphas will be raising money and awareness this week for their philanthropy. Breast cancer affects 1 in every 3 women in the United States. The SFA Zetas are doing their part in working to find a cure, even if that means finding some guys and dressing them up like beauty queens.
Well, this semester we're doing Big Man on Campus, which is a male beauty pageant, and we're having some of the different fraternities come, and they're going to be competing in formal wear, and then they're going to be doing a talent, and then the top 5 are advancing to a question and answer.
The Zetas have also come up with a new way to connect with the community on a more personal level.
So many people are affected by breast cancer that you don't really realize it until you can visually see something. So we have a I Think Pink for board where we've been having students write their loved ones' names on it that are fighting or have lost the fight to breast cancer.
If you would like to register for Big Man on Campus, you can visit the Zeta table outside of the Student Center this week from 12 to 2 p.m. With Nac Edition, this is Cheyenne Aldridge.
If you or someone you know loves biking and aren't sure where to go, Nick Bailey travels with the Cyclist Club to give you the details on how you need to join in on the fun. If you want to get things started in joining, head up to SFA's Recreation Center and talk to a worker about outdoor pursuits and mention cycling. They will guide you in the right direction. Many students this past weekend registered to be a part of a great cause. If you were on campus, you probably saw them outside the Student Center and by Surfing Steve. Danny Quevedo has more on the Be the Match campaign.
Last week, I got a chance to find out about a great cause that was happening here on campus. Be the Match Foundation was on campus outside of the Student Center from Monday to Thursday, asking people to register to be a possible match to be eligible to become a donor.
It's just an organization set up to help facilitate the transplants for cancer patients.
Many people registered to donate throughout the week. It was really easy and simple, and it only took about 5 minutes.
So far, we've registered over 500 students with Be the Match. I think there's a good chance that there will be a student that matches out of this bunch, but the good thing about it is once you register, you're on there till you're 61. So just because somebody doesn't match today or tomorrow doesn't mean that within that time frame they won't match. So I think it's a good probability that someone will come out of this bunch.
Student athletes from different teams encouraged people to register and explained them how good of a cause it was.
So hopefully some of you guys were able to stop by. They were in front of the Student Center for the Be a Match campaign to donate bone marrow. They were here this semester for the past week, and they won't be back till next spring semester, but make sure to check them out for a really good cause. For Nac Edition, I'm Danny Quevedo.
And we'd like to thank those that were able to register to donate. And if you did not get a chance, be on the look next year for next semester so you too can be a part of a great cause and maybe get a chance to save a life. We're going to take a short break, and when we'll come back, we'll have Stephen with the weather.
Welcome back. I'm Nick Bailey with your weather. So we're going to take a look here at the Texas map. Dallas here is looking at 92 and San Antonio 90, so it's it's partly cloudy with some sun. We come down here towards New Orleans, we're going to be looking. It's going to get cloudy going towards even Miami and Tampa in the 90s, but it's still pretty cloudy up here in Atlanta, and then going up along the East Coast here, we're going to see some sun. New York's looking 71, and then we move towards Chicago. Now that's going to be real cloudy. It's going to be 84, and then coming up at Minneapolis, we're looking at 72. And going towards Billings, we're going to be looking around 51, and moving around towards Denver, it's going to be 83. Albuquerque 75. And then we get over here towards the West Coast. Los Angeles is going to be about 77, and San Francisco at 68. So it's going to be sunny along that side, not bad. Now, if we take a look at our Texas map, yeah, there we go. The Midland, we're looking 93. Marta and El Paso, it's going to be sunny on that side, and like on that side over there is going to be pretty sunny. But then let's take a look over here towards the Austin and the Brownsville, San Antonio area, partly cloudy. But then we look here towards Houston. It's going to during the week we're going to get some real stormy weather over there. So be sure to pack an umbrella because Hurricane Matthew's coming. Now, if we take a look at our county map. Our Nacogdoches, we're looking about 89, Lufkin 87, and Crockett's going to be 89. So like roughly for the most part, the counties are going to be in the late 80s. And as the highest it's going to get is about 91. We're looking at Tyler and Longview of 91. And coming down here towards the Woodville, Jasper area, we're looking at 88 and 90. And St. Augustine's going to be 88. Now if we look at our forecast, there we go. So we're looking around Wednesday, it's going to be 89. It's going to be 89 with a low of 67, and we're going to get a 20% chance of rain. It's going to be a little cloudy, but nothing too sparse. Tomorrow, Thursday, it's going to be a high of 90 and reach a low of 62, and it's going to be pretty sunny outside. But the chances of rain are dropped by 10%, so that's going to be good. Friday, we're talking about 90. We're looking at 90 degrees, and it's going to reach a low of 62 as well, just like Thursday, and a 10% chance. And Saturday is going to be sunny also, but it's going to change in about 6 degrees. It's going to be 84, and it's going to reach a low of 56 with 0% chance of rain. And Sunday, it's going to get very cloudy, and we're looking at a high of 81 with a low of 51, and we're talking about a 0% chance of rain. But like I said, be sure to be on the lookout for Hurricane Matthew. It's going to be out there, and we want to make sure that you're out there well dressed and prepared for when it may or may not hit your area. Now, if we take a look at our weekend events, here we go. So for Saturday, it's going to be the Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson musical, which is located at the W.M. Turner Auditorium, which is going to be around 7:30, and we're looking at $7.50 for tickets for students. Adults are going to be at $15, and I believe senior citizens may be at least a little around $8 or $9. It's going to be a fun event. The SFA studio has been putting it well together, and when we get back, we will reach Josh with sports.
Sports, I'm Josh Green, and let's get right to the action. Battle of the Piney Woods was this last weekend, and for the Lumberjacks, it could have gone better. Was a woeful for the Lumberjack football team after a win over the McNeese. SFA walked into NRG Stadium in South Houston with high confidence, only to have it diminished by the Sam Houston Bearcats. With the new starting quarterback Hunter Taylor, the Lumberjacks were picked to stand a better chance to win over their longtime rivals. However, the change of leaders on the field did not change the outcome of the stat sheet. On the ground, the Lumberjacks only attained 67 yards, struggling to get a first down the whole game. After the first quarter, the Bearcats were up 35-0, saddening the SFA fans and players early on. In the first quarter, Sam Houston State outgained Stephen F. Austin 252 yards to a mere 66. The Lumberjacks finally got on board early in the second quarter when Zach Conk, the backup quarterback, connected to Braylon Allen for an 18-yard touchdown for Allen's first collegiate touchdown. SFA's shining player would be senior receiver Justice Liggins, catching 5 passes for 83 yards and a touchdown. The Lumberjacks look to redeem themselves against the next conference opponent this upcoming weekend. SFA football hopes to turn on the purple lights here in Nac as they take on a trip to Thibodaux, Louisiana, battling an impressive Nichols team. You can watch that matchup live on American Sportsnet. SFA soccer is continuing their winning tradition. Our Maddie Kaufman has the story.
The Lady Jack soccer team has had an amazing season thus far, and it looks promising. This past Sunday, they faced the McNeese Cowgirls for their 4th consecutive matchup. The Lady Jack soccer program has been 4-0 7 times in program history. The recent shutout over McNeese made it the 4th shutout for the Lady Jack season. SFA came out really strong in the beginning of the match with a shot from the junior forward, Hannah Barker. She rips the ball past the McNeese goalie in the 9th minute to make the score 1-0 early. SFA outshot the Cowgirls 11-6 and led with 8-4 corner kicks. The Lady Jacks kept the past 2 opponents to 8 total shots, a Southland Conference best thus far. Team scoring leader Hannah Barker has had an outstanding junior season, and she continues to shine game after game. After her early goal in the 9th minute against the Cowgirls, she tied her total goals season high, and it's only the 4th game. Humbly, she explains the amount of goals she wants to attain before the end of the season.
I don't really have a number, but, I would like to score most of the balls that are given to me,
Although she was uncertain of the exact number of goals, the competitiveness was shown when asked whose SFA's biggest competition would be this year.
Probably UCA, they're scoring a lot of goals this year just like us, so I'm excited to play them on Friday next week. It's going to be a big game for us.
After today, the Lady Jack soccer team is now the #1 team in the Southland Conference. With the Nac Edition, I'm Maddie Kaufman.
The Lady Jack soccer team is undefeated in Southland Conference this season. They play next Thursday at home against Central Arkansas. We move on to Lady Jack volleyball as the Lady Jacks took on McNeese last Thursday night. Lady Jacks took care of business as they swept McNeese in 3 sets. Justice Walker led the Lady Jack offense with 13 kills. Helping her out on the offense was Peyton Raymond, who had 10 kills and also 16 digs in the game. Abby McIntyre had a good game with 7 kills and 5 blocks. On the defensive side, the Lady Jacks were led by junior libero Lexus Kane, who had 22 digs. Lady Jack Danae Darren also had a good defensive game with 9 blocks. SFA had a total of 11.5 blocks in the game. McNeese had trouble finding their rhythm all night as they dropped to 0-3 in the Southland Conference. However, SFA still remains undefeated in conference play. Moving on to high school football, the Nacogdoches Dragons had the week off. They just came off a 56-52 loss to Gilmer and start district play this Friday. We went and found out more on what they're doing in preparation for district. Nacogdoches Dragons lost a high-scoring game to Gilmer 2 weeks ago, but are looking forward in utilizing their bye week to prepare for their district opener in Lindale on October 7th.
It gives you an opportunity to work on some things that you need to work on yourself. Not necessarily getting ready for an opponent, but cleaning up some things that you've got to clean up. Whether it's running crisper routes or whether it's cleaning up your blocking scheme, whether it's getting off a block or a defensive back correcting some technique work. It gives us an opportunity to do that and do it at a little bit more relaxed pace, but at the same time get better.
Nacogdoches struggled in the passing game against Gilmer, but Coach Rays looks to correct his team's mistakes.
Part of our problem in the passing game has been real inconsistency with our receivers. Our quarterback, I think, has played pretty well, but we've had injuries at receiver. We lost our best receiver to a shoulder injury 3 weeks ago. We're going to get him back. And then we lost another receiver to an ankle injury, and that hurt us. So it's been real inconsistent with kids that have been out there. Sometimes we run the right route, sometimes we don't. And then I think, our quarterback had a little bit of a shoulder issue, but he's gotten over that. And so I expect us to be much better in a passing game.
The Dragons look to rebound from their tough loss, and Coach Reyes believes that his guys are not only ready for Lindale, but also ready to win their district.
We feel like we can win the district this year if we play up the way we're capable of playing. That was our goal when we started the season. That's still our goal. We fully expect to go out and play well and to win the district and get ourselves in a good spot for the playoffs.
Will have a tough matchup this Friday against Lindale on the road, but are full of excitement for their first district game. In other high school football news, Lufkin traveled to the Woodlands to take on the Highlanders. It was a rough night for the Panthers as they lose to the 7th-ranked Woodlands. It was a tough night for the defense as they gave up 600 yards. The Panthers ended up losing 63-42. That's going to wrap it up for Nac Edition Sports. I'm Josh Green. Back to you, Jennifer.
All right, and thank you so much, Josh, for those sports updates. That's all the time we have now for Nac Edition. Stay tuned for our next edition of Nac Edition.